This is Shakil Ahmed. Welcome to the SPSS learning tutorial. Before starting today's lecture, I would like to request all of you to watch the previous videos and subscribe my channel for future videos. In today's tutorial, we'll learn how to conduct a test for comparing mean of a population with a given target value and comparing means of two population and comparing means of more than two populations or more than two groups. So we start with the simple hypothesis that the null hypothesis is that the true population mean is equal to some specific value. We are talking about the continuous data. In continuous data, we mostly uh, interested in comparing mean of a variable to a specific value. For example, in this data of student, a researcher is interested in testing the hypothesis that the mean age of the student is 25. He or she claims that the mean of the student age is 25. So we uh, decide on the basis of the given sample that whether the researcher's claim is true or false, or whether the given data support the statement made by the investigator or researcher. So for this purpose, we will go to the option of analysis and compare mean and then one sample t-test. One sample t-test is used when data is normal and the variance of the distribution is not known. Here the variance of population is not known and the sample size is relatively small, so we use t-test. Although for larger samples and for known uh, variance, we prefer to use or conduct the z-test, but in SPSS there is no direct option of conducting a z-test through click method. You can adopt the syntax method for conducting a z-test in SPSS. So we start with the t-test. We see that the age of student is equal to mean age of the student is 25. For this purpose, we set the test value as 25 and then go to the option. If you want to exclude any case list wise, then you can click on this method in case of missing values, but for now we continue without excluding any list and then click on OK. You will see the result of one sample t-test. This is conducted for age of student. The t value is minus 1.379 and this means that the mean is less than 25. Mean age is less than 25. The degree of freedom is 19, that is n minus 1, and the p value is 0.184. So the difference is not statistically significant, so we don't reject H naught and conclude that the sample data supports the hypothesis made by the researcher. Now again come to the data and conduct a test uh, to see whether there is a difference between the mean of two independent populations or two independent groups. That we assume that the two samples have been taken from two different populations. That is, one is population of males and one is population of females. We can see that this mean score of the male differs from the mean score of female. We can conduct the test for score A or score B or both. So we again go to the option of analysis and then compare mean and then conduct independent sample t-test, as the two samples are taken from a population from two populations, and the two samples are independently selected. So we are comparing the mean of student score in subject A, and then the group variable will be student gender, student gender of student, sent to the grouping variable, and then define group 0 for female and 1 for male. This means group 1 is for a female and group 2 is for male. And then click on continue, and then click on OK. You will see the result. This is there are two values of t statistic. One is assuming that the two sample variance population variances are equal, and one is assuming that the two population variances were not equal. As we can see from the sample data that the two standard deviations or the two variances are not same. One is 12.42 and the second is 19.95. So we keep the result of equal variances not assumed, and the t value is 0.67 and the p value is 0.511, which tells that the two population means are equal, that the our null hypothesis is not rejected at 5% level of significance. And this is the mean difference, and this is standard error, and this is the confidence interval for the difference of mean. This is lower confidence interval, and this is the upper confidence interval. But we observed that the two population, the mean of two groups are equal, and there is no significant difference between the score of student in score of male and mean score of female. The next is to conduct a test when the two samples are paired. The paired samples assume that the values are taken from same units, one before a certain treatment or before a certain intervention was conducted, and one is after certain intervention or certain treatment. For example, the student we conduct a test on students before a tuition or before conducting a training session, and we conduct the second test or we conduct a test on subject B after conducting a session. So we want to see that there is a difference between the two scores, while the scores were taken from same student of same batch before and after a certain intervention. So for this purpose we again go to the option of compare mean, and then go to the option of paired sample t-test. I have already put the two variables in variable 1 and variable 2. If you want to reset, then I will show you how to set the two variable. This is the variable 1 is the value of the variable before conducting the experiment. We take the student score in subject A as before the experiment variable value, and score in subject B is taken as the after conducting the experiment variable value. And then go to the option if to see if there are missing values in the data, and then continue, and then click on OK. You will again see a t-test for pair 1. There was only one pair which was student subject score in subject A and student score in subject B. The mean difference was minus 2.3 and the standard deviation was observed at 22.15, and this is the standard error for the difference mean mean of difference, and this is the t value, and this is the p value, which also depicts that the two variables, the two scores are not significantly different, or we can say there was no improvement in student score after the training or after the tuition. And now we conduct the analysis of variance test to see whether there is a difference between more than two sample mean. If there are more than two groups, uh, data, there are three groups or four groups, and we want to compare the mean difference between the means of more than three groups or more than four groups, then how will conduct the test? uh, the test is analysis of variance test. We see that there is a between variance between the groups as compared to the error variance. And the analysis of variance also start from the option of compare mean and the analysis of variance. We again assume that the dependent variable is student score. We want to compare that the student score differs from the students uh, given uh, statement. Different response to the statement for social distancing is the only way to stop the spread of COVID-19. Although this variable is not logical here to keep as factor, but to see the conduction of test, I just assume this is a factor. There are five groups in this factor, and we want to see that there is a difference between the mean of the five groups in student score. So just go to the option and you can test the homogeneity of variance test, that to see that whether the variances of the five groups are same or not. You can also draw a mean plot, and if you want to exclude missing values, then you can click on this option and then click on continue. You will see the analysis of variance table. This is analysis of variance table, which gives between sum of square value this and within group values this, and the degree of freedom is 4, 15 and 19 for total sum of square, and the f value is 0.342 and the p value is 0.846, which shows that the means are same for all group. So we have no need to conduct a post hoc test or to see the or to compare the pairwise comparison or pairwise differences between the means, as the means are same. Our null hypothesis was that the five groups have same mean, means h naught mu1 is equal to mu2 is equal to mu3 is equal to mu4 is equal to mu5, and we accept the null hypothesis as the p value is 0.846. So we have no need to conduct a post hoc test. If there were the p value was significant, that the null hypothesis that the means were same was rejected, then we might conduct the post hoc test, which is already shown here. uh, this is pairwise comparison between the mean of different groups. This is strongly disagree group, and the mean of this strongly disagree group is compared with the four other groups: disagree, uncertain, agree, and strongly agree. Similarly, disagree, the mean of disagree group was compared with the four remaining groups. Similarly, we have a 5 cross 5 table with different combinations of mean, and these are the standard error of mean, and these are p values. All of the p values are insignificant, as the means are not significantly different between the pairs. So this is the mean plot of the student score for different groups. There are 5 groups, and the mean for group 1 is uh, at 61 point something, and this is the mean of second group, and this is the mean of third group, and this is the mean of fourth group, and this is the mean of last group. So this was analysis of variance. I think this is enough for today. In next video we see the more about statistical inference and testing. So keep watching, and don't forget to subscribe and share the tutorials with your friends and colleagues. Thank you.